A lot of people end up looking at Gainesville because Ashburn made them flinch at the price. Yep, I said it. That is a real reason. It's not a bad reason, but it is the reason you have to be honest about. Because the direction you are moving in changes the house you should actually buy. If you wanted Ashburn and Gainesville is the compromise, you're going to keep comparing the Gainesville's house to the Ashburn house in your head for the next 3 years. If you wanted Gainesville on its own merits, you're going to settle in and stop scrolling Zillow at 11 p.m. Same two towns, completely different buyer experiences. And most people do not stop to figure out which one they are. So before we get into schools, commute, and homes, the first question is not which place is better. It is which version of this movie is yours. Quick read on who each one fits. Ashburn fits the buyer who wants Loudoun schools, Silver Line access, town center walkability in pockets, and a daily setup that points east towards Reston, Tysons, and DC. Gainesville fits the buyer who wants more house, more lot, a slower pace, and the daily setup that points towards Manassas, the 66 I-66 corridor, and or if you have a hybrid job that does not require driving east every day. Notice what I just did. I did not say Gainesville is for people who got priced out. I said Gainesville is for people whose week actually points west. Those are two very different type of buyers. And the wrong one ends up sitting in traffic resenting their own house. School's up first because this is where buyers get lazy, and lazy gets expensive. Ashburn is Loudoun County Public Schools. Gainesville is Prince William County Schools. Two separate systems, two separate boundaries, two separate specialty programs list, and two separate application calendars. Both counties have schools people love and schools that may not fit your child needs. Which one your kid gets depends entirely on the address, not the town name. For Ashburn, pull the LCPS attendance zone viewer and type the exact address. For Gainesville, pull the PWCS Find Your Zone School tool and do the same thing. Then go to Great Schools or niche.com and read parent reviews from the last 12 months only. Why? Because anything older than that is a different principal, different staff, and sometimes a different boundary. If your kid has an IEP, a 504, or you are chasing a specialty program, do not assume the program transfers between counties. It does not. Now commute, because this is where the bigger Gainesville house either starts making sense or starts fighting you every morning. If your job is in Tysons, Reston, or downtown DC, Ashburn has the Greenway, the Toll Road, and the Silver Line. Gainesville gives you I-66 East, and the I-66 East at peak is the kind of drive that makes people quietly start looking at jobs closer to home. If your job is in Manassas or in Prince William County, or you're fully remote with occasional trips, Gainesville actually wins this one. Drive your real route at 7:30 a.m. on a Tuesday before you write an offer. Not Saturday. Not 10 a.m. The morning your week actually starts. Use V.511 to check incident patterns on the corridor too. Because one bad stretch on 66 with a reoccurring bottleneck will tell you more than any commute estimate Google gives you. Homes are where the two markets feel different fast. Ashburn has a heavier mix of homes from the late 90s through today, with newer pockets of places like Loudoun Valley and Moorfield and older established sections in Ashburn Farms and part of Broadlands. Gainesville skews newer in a lot of sections, with more land in some communities, but you still have to ask the same boring questions either way. When was the roof replaced? When was the HVAC replaced? When was the water heater replaced? Any history of moisture or water intrusion? Any open or recent permits? A renovated kitchen on top of an original 2004 systems is not a renovated house. It's a renovated photo. HOA is the section nobody wants to read and everybody regrets skipping. In Gainesville, special in Gainesville especially, you have to know that Heritage Hunt is a 55 plus community. Parts of Piedmont are too. I've had buyers in their late 30s fell in love with the Heritage Hunt floor plan and not realize that they cannot legally buy. Do not assume, my people. Read the disclosure cover page, ask the listing agent in writing, and confirm before you waste a weekend. For both towns where you get the resale package, the boring stuff is the important stuff. The reserve study funding percentage, the pending special assessment, the rental cap if you ever plan to keep the home as an investment, the architectural rules on fences, sheds, work trucks, and basketball hoops, because the HOA absolutely has feelings about those. If you skim the package, do not act shocked when they have opinions about your fence. So if you're still comparing these two, price by square foot and lot size, you're actually missing the real decision. The question is whether your week points east towards the toll road or west towards 66, and which town quietly supports the full life that you already live. Quick parking note, because this is where Gainesville's townhomes buyers and Ashburn townhome buyers both get surprised. Read the parking rules in writing, count guest spaces, ask about work vehicles, third cars, and overnight rules. We'll figure it out. That's exactly how people end up doing driveway math like they're solving a hostage negotiation. Daycare matters more than people admit. Both counties have licensed providers in the Virginia DSS childcare search. The wait list moves fast and they do not care that you just got under contract. Call 3 to 5 providers near the address before you write the offer, not after. So who is Ashburn for? The buyer whose week points east, who wants Silver Line as an option even if they drive most days. Who's okay with smaller lots in exchange for newer infrastructure and Loudoun schools. And who's not trying to escape a price as much as they choose the setup. Who should not pick Ashburn? The buyer who needs a bigger lot, a longer driveway, and a slower pace, and whose job does not require driving to DC. Who is Gainesville for? It's for the buyer whose job, family, or lifestyle actually points west or south, who wants more house and more land for the money. Who is choosing Gainesville? Because of what it offers and not just because Ashburn made them flinch. Who should not pick Gainesville? The buyer who is going to drive 66 East, 5 days a week, and already knows that their commute will get old fast. Or the buyer who secretly wanted Ashburn and is hoping the bigger square footage will make up for it. Newsflash: it will not. The kitchen island is not picking your kids up from preschool. And that extra 600 square feet is not driving you home at 7 p.m. 4 things to do before you write an offer on either one. 1. Drive your real morning route at 7:30 a.m. on a weekday and time it door to door. 2. Run the address through the LCPS or PWCS boundary tool and read 12 months of parents' reviews on that exact pyramid. 3. Read the full HOA package, including the reserve studies, the pending assessments, the rental rules, and the architectural restrictions, and confirm the 55 plus status if there is any chance of community being age restricted. 4. Ask the listing agent in writing for the age of roof, HVAC, water heater, or any moisture history and any open permits. Here is a simple test. If you can describe the life you want without using the word cheaper, Gainesville might actually be your answer. If the only reason Gainesville is on your list is that Ashburn made you flinch, then you're not comparing the two towns. You are negotiating with yourself. I'm not trying to talk you into either one. I'm trying to make sure the direction of your move is the direction of your week are the same direction. I live in Broadlands and I love it. But that does not mean it's right for a right fit for everybody. If you are stuck between Ashburn House and a Gainesville house, text me both addresses at 571-437-1880. I'll help you compare the school's assignment, the morning commute, the HOA package, the system ages, the parking rules, the daycare and the daycare assesses on both. Not which one looks better in photos. Which one fits the direction of your life that is actually moving. Do that before the price tag starts making decisions for you. I'm Atif Khan with Deluxive Homes, and I keep it real in real estate. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.